What did you say?
Who do you think you are?
Turner could only shake his head. Since Ambrose was already here, it meant the whole thing was out of his hands.
There's no quarrel between us, Mr. Turner, wouldn't you agree?
Mr. Ambrose, I've seen the surveillance footage from the showroom. It proves that this whole mess is entirely Garrett's fault. If you let me show it to you, you'll see that the company has no choice.
Turner, this is none of your business. To tell you the truth, I've never liked you. You know what? You can apologize too.
Are you sure you want to continue to let him do whatever he wants? Garrett came up to Kevin from behind and grabbed his shoulder.
Didn't you hear what I said?
In a flash, Kevin turned around and defended himself by pushing Garrett away. Garrett, in a daze, rubbed his chin and moaned.
How dare you hit me? You'll pay for this. Remember, the Butcher family didn't get its reputation for taking crap from people like you.
Why don't you go downstairs and ask all the witnesses who's going too far?
It's quite simple. You're going to apologize to Mr. Butcher, then you're going to give him an additional $75,000 to compensate him for all the trouble you've caused.
Turner opened his mouth to complain, but Ambrose slapped him on the cheek before he could say anything.
You have no voice here. You are no longer a Williams employee. If you don't leave now, I'll call security and have you thrown out.
Uncle, finish him off,
Garrett shouted angrily. Then he took out his phone and made a call.
Mr. Foster, where are you? Someone else is threatening to beat me up. Hurry up and bring some of your men to my office.
Garrett made a fist and started to take a swing at Kevin. But before he could even hit him, Kevin gave him a hard slap in the face. Garrett staggered and fell back into his chair. Kevin was surprised at how hard he had hit Garrett. He was only going to give him a slap to bring him back to his senses, but he was feeling a lot stronger than usual. Ambrose pulled out his phone and made another call to Foster.
Where are you? Get up to Garrett's office right away.
At that moment, the office door opened. A very professional-looking woman walked in, followed by a group of executives in suits. "Sir, I'm sorry I'm late," Miss Wilson said as she gave Kevin a very sincere handshake.
Miss Wilson, what did you just call him?
Mr. Ambrose, this is the new chairman of the Williams Group. When Ambrose saw Kevin staring at him like that, he became furious with his nephew for putting him in this position. He turned around and slapped him right in the face.
Look at all the trouble you've caused. Do you still want the CEO to apologize to you? Sir, my nephew has made a serious error in judgment. His behavior is inexcusable. Please, let me handle this.
Edward Ambrose is demoted but will continue to work in the company. His original position will be taken over by Mark Turner. Garrett Butcher is terminated. After giving her these instructions, Kevin left the office without even looking back. When he got to the first floor, Lily and Rachel were still waiting for him. Lily immediately walked up to him. "Are you all right?" This was the first time he could remember Lily showing so much concern for him. "Where have you been for the past 2 days?" "I found a job," he explained. "The salary is pretty good and it also provides food and lodging. Don't you plan to come home?" Glancing at the caller ID, she saw that it was from her company. Lily said a few words and hung up. "I'm sorry, but I have to go now. There's something I need to take care of at work." "Take good care of yourself." "Hi, Kevin. When are you coming back? I'll be waiting for you at home." Lily hung up the phone with a smile. Dorothy looked at Lily, who was sitting on the sofa combing her hair, and said, "Why are you letting that guy come back? Didn't he abandon you? I went to a lot of trouble to introduce you to Garrett Butcher. How did that go?" "Don't ask me again. I'm not going to divorce Kevin." Dorothy continued her tirade. "Let me ask you this. During the 3 years you and Kevin were married, were you ever happy?" Dorothy's complaining was interrupted by the sound of an engine out in the street. Lily looked at the sports car parked in front of the house. She wasn't sure what to make of it. "That's my boss's car. Because I'm taking the day off, he lent it to me." She just glared at Kevin and went into her room. "So, we're not getting a divorce?" "That depends on how things go," Lily said very calmly. Kevin didn't say anything else. No matter what decision Lily ended up making, he would respect her wishes. Dorothy walked in and saw Kevin cleaning like everything was back to normal. She angrily took out her phone and dialed Garrett's number.
"Aunt Dorothy, what do you want?"
"Garrett, did you have a nice date with Lily? How are you guys getting along?"
"Aunt Dorothy, I think Lily and Kevin are a match made in heaven. I don't want to come between them.
Dorothy angrily threw her phone onto the bed. She really didn't understand what was going on with Garrett. Suddenly, there was a knock on the front door. "Hi, Aunt Dorothy." She opened the door and Rachel walked in. When Lily walked downstairs, she sat down on the sofa next to Rachel and started chatting with her. Dorothy shouted upstairs again, "Kevin, what are you doing? Come down here." When Rachel heard this, her smile turned into a look of surprise. She gulped and asked Lily, "Is Kevin home?" Ever since Rachel found out who Kevin really was, she didn't dare to come over and visit Lily. Just as Rachel was about to find an excuse to head home, she saw Kevin walking slowly down the stairs. When he saw Rachel, he gave her a slight smile. "Oh, don't leave so soon. Why don't you stay a little longer? I really have something to take care of, so I've got to run." "You don't need to pay for a ride," Dorothy said. "Kevin's got his boss's car today. He can drive you home." She grabbed her purse, said goodbye to Lily and Dorothy, and headed out the door with Kevin. While he was waiting for a traffic light, he heard a voice in the car next to him.
"Isn't that Kevin? So you're driving a fancy sports car now?"
Kevin looked over and saw that it was Jason.
"I see you found a lovely rich woman to support you. And who is this pretty lady?"
Because Jason was making so much noise, the pedestrians who were waiting to cross the street heard everything. This was pretty frustrating for Kevin, and he started to lose his temper. But Rachel, who had been sitting calmly in the front passenger seat, got even more angry than Kevin. Suddenly, everyone heard a loud slap.
"You actually hit me? Do you know who I am?"
"So what? What are you going to do about it?" The bystanders who were anxiously waiting for the light to change spoke quietly to each other. "You don't have to take me home. I don't want to waste your time. I'll go a few blocks west and catch a ride. Don't worry about me." Rachel reached in, took her purse off the front seat, and crossed the street. As long as he was downtown, Kevin decided to head to his office and wait for traffic to clear. He sat down at his desk and sent Lily a text saying that he wouldn't be home that night. Just then, Miss Wilson walked into the office with 2 small boxes. "Mr. Williams, these were sent over by President Wright at West Chicago International and Mr. Cook from the Whistler Hotel. They said they're a gift for you." Kevin opened the box on his desk and looked inside. Inside it was a red pill, similar to the tan one that Cook had given him a while back. He decided to call his friend to find out what this one would do, since the last one had disastrous side effects.
"Kevin, didn't I already give you a pill?" Cook slowly said. "Anyway, I found out from the head researcher that the medical properties of the new pill actually enhance the properties of the first one you took. It should help you a lot."
Kevin hung up the phone and stared at the pill. He thought for a while and decided that his friend wouldn't try to hurt him. So he picked up the pill and swallowed it. Within seconds, Kevin felt like his whole body was engulfed in flames. He closed his eyes and passed out. Half an hour later, when Kevin slowly came to, he couldn't find any change to his body. Kevin's phone rang and startled him back to reality. "Who's this?" Kevin asked in confusion.
"This is Phoebe Anderson. We met at the Whistler Hotel, at the celebration the family threw after getting the Williams contract."
"Oh, of course. I remember you now. What can I do for you?"
"I've been meaning to ask you, at Grandma Jones's birthday party, did you give her an antique tiara?"
"Yes. Why?"
"Kevin, the Jones family isn't aware of it, but I peeked in the bag when nobody was looking. I'm sure that it's the legendary golden sunburst tiara. I just want to take a few photos."
"Okay. I think we can arrange that."
"Really? If you're free now, you can come to our antique store, Anderson Fine Jewelry and Antiques. I'll wait for you here."
An hour later, Kevin arrived at the entrance of the Anderson family store. This was the biggest antique store in all of Chicago, and it contained many priceless treasures. Just as he was entering the door, an employee stopped him.
"Excuse me, sir. Are you on the list?"
"I was invited by Phoebe Anderson."
"Wearing those rags? You can't possibly know President Anderson. Get lost."
"That's enough." The 2 security guards looked menacing as they rushed up to Kevin and grabbed his arms. Kevin struggled slightly, and the 2 guards flew 6 feet away, hitting the ground with a thud. Kevin was stunned by this. He looked down at his hands in disbelief. Kevin decided he'd wasted enough time with these stooges. He took out his phone and called Phoebe. "If you're not down at the front door in 2 minutes, I'm out of here." Suddenly, they heard a woman's voice from the entrance. Phoebe practically ran out the door. "Kevin, when did you get here? Why didn't you come inside?" Burroughs and the others immediately snapped to attention when they saw her.
"President Anderson."
Kevin looked Phoebe in the eyes and explained. Phoebe led him into the store's photography studio. Kevin watched her intently. After taking quite a lot of shots, Phoebe turned off the studio lights and put the camera away. She turned to Kevin and said, "Thank you so much." "No problem. If you ever want to see it again, just give me a call. Anytime." A staff member suddenly ran into the room and interrupted them.
"President Anderson, we need your help downstairs."
Hi, Kevin here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Insta Empire now with the link in the description.